Turns out I sold more bags than I realized. Here's more bags I've sold and why. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jill Maurer, and today I'm talking about more bags I've sold and why. I already did a video on bags that I've sold and why, and I had just sort of done them from the top of my head, thinking that I kind of got them all, and I wasn't even close. When I went on to the RealReal and looked at the items that I've sold, I realized there were a lot more bags. And the good news now is that while I don't have pictures of me when I was carrying these bags and all of that, because I wasn't doing YouTube at the time, I do have the actual photos of my bags. These are from the RealReal and they're already sold, but there will be other things that are similar to them. I love watching these videos myself because it's one thing to listen to somebody talk about why they love a bag and why they like it, and even how they use it and the wear and tear of it, but it's also nice to hear why people let a bag go. And sometimes it makes me think about, maybe I shouldn't purchase that bag, or maybe I should, because what that person doesn't like about the bag is something I would love about it. So maybe this will help you in some way. The first item I sold is a Bottega Veneta Intrecciato, I'm not sure how to say that name, but it was a Hobo bag. And I do love this brand. I love Bottega Veneta, and I've done a video on my orange Hobo, which I have not sold and will not. I love the bag. This was a black bag, and I really wanted a black Bottega bag, but this one had metal pieces on the side, so instead of being one sort of smooth leather thing, it had the beautiful woven leather and then a strap that was attached with metal pieces. And it was these metal pieces that caused me all the grief, because they would not only snag onto sweaters I wore, they would grip onto them for dear life. I mean, one time one got into my hair. I'd be in a situation in public where my bag is grabbing onto my sweater and I don't want to hurt the sweater, but I've got to get out from under this bag somehow, or else it was in my hair. It wasn't a good situation. And I do love that brand. That particular bag did not work for me. Another bag I sold was this Bruno Cucinelli tote. And Bruno Cucinelli is a brand that I like a lot. I like it for clothing a lot. And one of the things that I like about them is they don't always focus on black for their neutrals. Their neutrals can often be grays and browns, and I like those neutrals and I like them mixed together, and I like the Bruno Cucinelli look. So I bought this bag to go with, not only with those clothes, but just to carry around, and it was a good work bag. The problem I had with the bag was, in general, I just had too many bags and I was trying to scale down. And this was a wool bag, a gray wool bag with brown leather accents, and it really was just a winter bag. I could carry it, sort of in the fall and in the winter, but by spring it doesn't look right. And here, spring can start even as early as February. So there was a lot of time that I was unable to carry the bag, and it just seemed to be taking up space unnecessarily. I try now to go for bags that I feel like I can wear at least 3 seasons, and this bag was just not one of those. The next bag I sold was a Bulgari handbag, and some people say Bulgari. I think it's Bulgari. Whenever I've been into a store, they're saying Bulgari. Of course, English isn't necessarily their first language. They may be saying it the more Italian way. I don't really know, but it's the way that I say it. I liked this bag. It was an elegant bag. It was a little, even though I like a structured bag, it was perhaps a little too structured, and there was something that felt a little bit old lady about it for me. So I ended up selling the bag. The next bag I sold was this Fendi embossed flower patent bag, and you're seeing it here in this beautiful, it's white with brown and black, and I also had it with white and red and black. I thought this bag for me would be a very casual bag, even toward a beachy bag, that I could carry it in a very casual way and maybe take it to the pool or take it to the beach. This bag does not wear well. It has to be treated a lot more delicately than that. It scratches very easily. That patent scratches and the color would come off. And when I saw that started to happen, I realized the bag the bags could not be used in the way that I intended to use them, and so I sold them. And hopefully whoever got them wanted them for a different purpose. But those two bags both left my collection. Next is this Gucci bamboo handle bag, and if this looks like an older bag to you, it is an older bag. This bag was back from the 90s anyway. It was a very old bag, and this was before we did the metal snaps. This bag, that bamboo piece, it actually had a little pin on it, and you'd put it in, the pin in, and then you'd turn the bamboo handle and then it would lock, and you'd open it that way. The problem I had was I would be going along, and it's this top handle bag, and I'd set it down and I would think that it was closed, and it wouldn't be closed, and I'd pick it up and it would drop forward, and sometimes things would spill out. And the older the bag got, the worse this got. And we just finally reached a point where I said, it's not working for me. It's too high maintenance, it's spilling things out, and I just can't live my life this way. So I let the bag go. It's a vintage bag, and it was a very nice bag, and hopefully somebody's loving it. The next bag I sold was this Judith Lieber alligator bag, another lovely bag. This one I had trouble with. I didn't really have the right kind of purpose for it. I just found myself not carrying it because it's a very elegant dressy bag, but it's also a little bit bigger. So it's kind of a dinner bag, but it wasn't exactly practical for that either. I don't know. I do like the bag. I like looking at it. I didn't enjoy carrying it, and I would find myself sitting down and like thinking, making up ways to carry it and reasons to carry it, and it just didn't feel like a natural bag to carry for me. And so I let it go. This next bag is a Louis Vuitton Nocturne bag, and I had forgotten that I had this bag. It is sort of like a cross between a Speedy and an Alma a little bit. It kind of has the roundness of the Speedy. As you know, as I mentioned before, I don't really like the Speedy in the epi, I discovered. And this bag, it's a cute bag. It just was kind of an awkward little bag for me. I felt like there was always, when I would go for this bag, there'd be something else that I would rather carry. I think I might have liked this in another leather. I'm not sure if they ever made it in another leather. I've only ever seen the Nocturne in the epi leather. So it was interesting, but as I was deciding where to cut down, this didn't make the cut. Next up is this Nancy Gonzalez crocodile tote. And what I have to tell you is, looking at this bag, I cannot remember why I sold it. I love it. It's beautiful. I'm sure I had a reason. Right now, I don't know what that reason was. And so you might be saying, well, do you regret it? And the answer is no. I'm sure I did have a reason. Although looking at it now, that is a lovely bag. The final bag was this Reed Krakoff bag, and I think I'm pronouncing that right. And I had envisioned myself using this all the time as a catch-all big bag that I could, I could carry it either over my shoulder, it has those two straps, or I could do the crossbody. And the truth is that it just didn't look right crossbody. It was huge, and it just seemed like it wrapped all the way around me. It was just too big. And as far as a brown shoulder bag goes, I have two other bags I like a lot. I've got the Gucci Indie behind me, and I also have my Shiatsu Chen jade handled brown Hobo bag. So if I were going to carry a bag like that, then it would be one of those two bags. And I didn't like the Reed Krakoff as a crossbody. So that's it. I think that's it now. There may be other bags that I sold, but those are all the ones that I can think of and all the ones that I saw on the reel that I hadn't already talked about. So let me know what you think. Have you ever had any of these bags? Do you love them, hate them? What do you think about them? And what do you think about selling bags in general? I know for me, it is a good way. It's been a good way to be able to just trim down what I have, and then I can put that money into buying something that I know that I want. Please subscribe. I would love to see you again. Bye for now.